This is the morning video update. This is for Wednesday, the 16th of August. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather refreshing today. A different kind of air mass settling in here. The weather is nice as it ever gets in the middle of August. And we're going to be dry for a while for most of the state. Let's check the water vapor satellite loop this morning. And that kind of tells the story. All the shades of yellow, that is very dry air pushing deep into the deep south. And again, that's going to set up just a really nice day, especially for the northern two-thirds of the state, even down in South Alabama. Highs only in the low 90s today, and the dew points are way down. So here's the deal. We've got a trough over the east, helping to push that surface boundary down near the Gulf Coast, and a big ridge in the western states. And nothing on the radar early this morning. And yeah, buddy, we've got 58 early this morning at Aniana. A little hint of fall in the air. Otherwise, 60s for North Alabama, 70s down in South Alabama. But again, keep in mind, Mobile, they've been in the 80s at this hour of the day. So they've dropped a good 7, 8, 9 degrees. Very quiet day across the country. That's the watch warning map. We've got some heat issues back in the Pacific Northwest. There's a marginal risk of severe storms later today for parts of Florida and the far South Atlantic coast, south of that front. Also a chance of severe storms for parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and some of the adjacent states up north. Tomorrow, a marginal risk for cities like Detroit and Indianapolis. And on day 3, which is Friday, got a marginal risk up around Boston. Otherwise, things are pretty quiet. Here's the rain across the contiguous United States for the next 7 days. For Alabama, how about nothing? The storm machine has been shut down. It has been so stormy this summer. And, we're typically getting, the air mass pop-up storms, but this summer we've had just these remarkable organized batches of storms, but not anytime soon. And there could be a few days with isolated storms near the Gulf Coast over the next 7 days, but even there, probably not much rain. So let's discuss the tropics. We got one wave that's coming off the coast of Africa, one wave in the central Atlantic. And let's go to the 7-day. And first off, we note in the Gulf, the Hurricane Center has now put a circle with the tropical wave that will be coming through this weekend and early next week. And only a 20% chance of that developing. Hopefully, it will be a positive and bring some rain to parched cities like Houston. But again, the chance of that developing very low. In terms of the other ones, we have now a medium chance with the wave in the central Atlantic and a low chance for the wave coming off the coast of Africa. And again, both of those will be fighting a lot of dry air, a lot of subsidence, shear. And if anything tries to form, those will most likely gain latitude. So again, we just don't see any major threat for the United States for the next 7 days. But of course, we'll watch the wave in the Gulf to see how that thing behaves. So let's go to modeling, model fans. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. Western Ridge, Eastern Trough. And again, for Alabama, as nice as it gets this time of the year. Sunny, lower humidity, highs in the 80s for the northern half of the state, low 90s in South Alabama. High-res HER, 6 o'clock, nothing. Tomorrow, a sunny day. The high will be in the low 90s as the heat levels begin to creep up. This is Friday. Sunny. And the weekend, just hot and dry. This is Saturday. And this is Sunday. Evidence there could be a few isolated storms over the southern quarter of the state. But again, even there, probably not much rain. And mid-90s for the weekend. The heat's coming back. We all know that. It should be hot this time of the year. Monday, hot and dry, same thing on Tuesday, and this is a week from today. And again, this is the map that tells the story. This is Wednesday the 23rd. Got a 597 upper high sitting on top of Denver and a downstream trough on the East Coast, and we have a northerly flow aloft in that configuration, and that would keep us in dry air. And again, the highs low to mid-90s. Let's go out 10 days. We've seen a lot of looks out here. The consistency has not been good. This is valid for Friday, the 25th of August. And the heat ridge is centered over the Texas Panhandle. Again, we have a downstream trough over the East Coast. And evidence maybe a little tropical wave trying to come in here, but again, don't count on that happening. The pattern looks fairly dry. In fact, check this out. This is rain for Birmingham from the European Ensemble, and that's a dry look right there, as dry as you ever see. The mean is under 1/4 inch between now and the end of August. And even most all the members, the outliers, don't show much rain at all here. So it's a dry pattern for the rest of August. And here's a look at the heat levels. This is for Birmingham. Your number could vary. How about 83 today? Woo, goodness. I'm telling you, this is as good as it gets. 87 tomorrow, then low 90s by Friday, Saturday, mid 90s Sunday, Monday, then the numbers back down toward 90 that following weekend. And again, as we look toward the end of August, we've seen conflicting views with modeling out here, but again, temperatures could be a little above average at that point. How about some modest clouds yesterday? Man, that's nice. This was most of these photographs were taken down in Pike and Crenshaw counties in South Alabama after some strong storms that came through right around sunset. And the deal is these summer storms that are so windy, they kick up a lot of dust and summer particulates, and at sunset, that scatters the light, and you see those kind of cool orange and yellow colors like that. Sunset over Birmingham last night, and man, it felt good. I mean, goodness gracious, feels good this morning. I mean, what you need to do if you're watching this early, like I'm live here at 5:20, just go outside and breathe it in. You know, dogs love a good sunset. But again, just gorgeous across the state last night. We'll, enjoy a break from the storms. Goodness, we need that. How about Jordan-Hare Stadium last night? That's nice. Had some fireworks going on down there. And this was a fire sent to me. This is, I think, a recycling facility down in near Pensacola. Had a big fire going on there last night. No other details. We'll try and get some from the news department. So that'll do it this morning. We've got, going to be on the road. Had a great time yesterday, by the way, in Winfield. Tomorrow going to be in Jacksonville, Legacy Village. It's a senior adult community. Friday, Faith Christian School in Anniston. And then Saturday, don't forget, we have the joint book signing with Ari Hallmark in Cullman. Karma's Coffee Shop. We love Karma's. We'll be there from 9 to noon. And again, Ari's book is out. Lisa Rayburn wrote that with her, and it's about her experience in the days and weeks and months and years after the generational tornado outbreak of April 27, 2011. Ari is from Marshall County, a small town called Ruth. And the same tornado that hit Cullman that day came through their community, and tragically, it killed 5 of her family members. She lost her parents, 2 grandparents, and a cousin. They were all together, and she survived somehow. In her story, it's pretty amazing, and that book's really good. So you can get a personally signed copy of her book. We'll, of course, have our stuff there, all the shirts and hats and all that. So, again, Karma's Coffee Shop in Cullman, Saturday from 9 to noon. Hope to see you there. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.